In Melbourne town, where the suits all grind, there's a lawyer with a vision, one of a kind. He's the Aussie Overlaw'd. He'll fight for your rights, and he's got his own channel shining bright. From the courtroom to the web, he's got it all, sharing legal knowledge, answering the call. He breaks it down in a language we all understand. The Aussie Overlaw'd taking a stand. With his Aussie charm and his legal know-how, he's the hero we need, showing us how. He fights for justice, no case too tough. The Aussie Overlaw'd, he's more than enough. He's more than enough. In Melbourne town, where the suits all grind, there's a lawyer with a vision, one of a kind. He's the Aussie Overlaw'd. He'll fight for your rights, and he's got his own channel shining bright. From the courtroom to the web, he's got it all, sharing legal knowledge, answering the call. He breaks it down in a language we all understand. The Aussie Overlaw'd taking a stand. With his Aussie charm and his legal know-how, he's the hero we need, showing us how. He fights for justice, no case too tough. The Aussie Overlaw'd, he's more than enough.
And good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to today's episode of To Be Advised here on the Law News and Laughter with Aussie Overlaw'd channel. For those of you that don't know me, I am an attorney here in Melbourne, Australia. I break shit down, I just break shit in general, and I try and have a little bit of fun with it. Thank you to everyone that has dropped in. Very much appreciate you all being here. I took the night off last night because, well, Lady Overlaw'd and I decided to surprise the little one with a trip to a water theme park today, and can you see the sunburn? But yeah, no. So wanted to try to get a bit more sleep than usual last night, and it didn't help. I'll be perfectly honest. But yes. No. Nice try, bye, France. No. So, why are we here tonight? Well, mostly because the prosecution in the Karen Reid case is heating up. They're trying to exclude something from the retrial that, as far as I'm concerned, is pretty damning evidence against them. And the fact that they want the expert evidence removed as well, they're not winning any favors from me, frankly. We will be watching that trial starting on the 27th as much and as frequently and as live as possible. I don't think very much of it's going to be live at all. We'll be doing it on the replay, so I'm not going to be upset if people watch it live with their other favorite content creators. Just make sure you get your asses back here for when I cover it myself. And look, it's going to be in like 2-hour blocks, so we'll stretch it way out, probably until we get a verdict. But if I have to start doing the rewatch as part of the driving streams as well, it might happen. So we'll see exactly what happens. The one where they doctored the video? No. I look rested. I have no idea why. Honestly, I got no sleep last night despite what I intended, and I spent 8 hours today chasing a 5-year-old around a water park, which sounds really sus. So let me reiterate. I spent 8 hours chasing my 5-year-old daughter around a water park. And you know what? I'll probably at some stage give a review. Not going to be tonight, though, because a family member may or may not work there, and I don't really want to get him in trouble. So, he does look lobstered. Thank you. Fun fact, did you know that there's at least one fast food chain that starts with W? Whataburger. Huh. X was killing my faith in humanity. Not a huge fan of Elijah Schaefer, but he made a Sam Hyde joke in reference to the attacks. So many people didn't get the joke. Also, why is my chat not loading? Okay. There it goes. Well, yeah, finally forgot about Wendy's, so... But you're not in the UK chasing kids around, so we assume it's innocent. Oh, thank you. Only been to a water park one time, it was pretty cool. Look... Long story short, there were too many additional add-ons that I felt I would have needed to buy to make it a perfect day. And I didn't buy anywhere near as many of them as I intended to. So would I go back? Maybe. As it stands, I'd rate probably a 5.5 out of 10. Would I intentionally go back without reason? Probably not. Did I have fun? Yes. So, yeah. Don't even know who's streaming Karen Troll. Interesting. Okay, well, at the very least, I will be, if on replay. So, I think your volume's doing that thing where it's low. Oh, damn it. Hang on, let me check. Main audio on the volume mixer. Discord's down, but it doesn't actually look like my mic is too bad. Hang on. Output, input... Input dropped to 75%. Sorry, hopefully I'm not blowing anyone's ears out. Got drenched twice at a water park in San Antonio, Texas. Huh, there you go. Alright, 10 makes a teeth water. I'm using this toothpaste that's like purple and it's supposed to make things better, but, you know, at some point I'm just going to suck it up and get a whitening done by the dentist. Know a couple that will be streaming it. Oh, there you go. Wahlburgers, Donnie Wahlburgers, handful of restaurants that all closed. Did Wahlburgers actually close? Oh, no shit. I guess that pickle lawsuit didn't do them any good. So, Western Sizzlin should count, but that's more of a buffet. Oh, I love a good buffet. Also, last night I had a delicious steak. Sorry to just rub it in, fellas, but it was a what was it? Hang on, how much is... Shit. Grams to ounces. It was an 18-ounce steak. Char grilled with garlic, prawns, and just onion rings, just chef's kiss. So... So, yeah, I can put it away. If I'm perfectly honest, purple toothpaste doesn't work unless you like purple teeth. So, all right, but let's go and have a look at this, shall we? And then after that, I mean, I'll be perfectly honest, we didn't get home till late, so I don't have a huge amount planned. We may wind up watching a bully getting karma. We'll talk about a woman who shot someone, and if I get desperate, if I get very desperate, we might talk about Devon's lawsuit against PayPal over the honey stuff. That's right. Legal Eagle is part of a class action against PayPal. The last time I talked about the guy, like, it was 8 minutes into the stream before I rage quit. So 5:15 a.m. and now you want steak.
Captain.
Okay, sorry. I just realized that I had the audio off on that, so I'll go.
Stingy. $2. Don't urban dick crunchitize me, Captain.
I don't even want to know. Also, thank you to both Carlos and Jason J for dropping 10 memberships each. So the ads should be off if you're getting them. I'm not getting the money for it, so but hugely appreciated. PayPal held over $200,000 from me in a year. Are you serious? Holy shit. Kurt shredded Legal Eagle yesterday reviewing the paperwork. That doesn't shock me. So we'll see if we get to it, because like I said, you know, those with more intelligent opinions on this sort of thing than I have already reviewed it. And no, I'm not looking up Urban Dictionary live on stream. So anyway, so what's going on with the Karen Reid case? Prosecution moves to weaken Karen Reid's Hoss long to die in cold claim. I'm cutting in and out, really? Oh, shit. Do we get ads turned off for memberships? Yes. So each stream where 10 memberships come in, I automatically turn off the ads. So if you get ads, that's on you for not having premium, but I get no revenue from them. So hopefully you should get less ads. Sounds okay there? It could have just been me taking a breath. One thing I will say, I can hear the dog struggling. I think I'm going to have to go and bring her in, and just give me a second.
What do you think?
That guy's not even racist yet.
Yeah, he did. He blinked.
And we're back. Sorry about that. Her one of her socks that she wears on her back feet for her arthritis in her legs had come off, so she wasn't moving too well on the floor. But I've got her up. She's here now. She's happy. She's whatever else. So back to this. So Karen Reid case. Prosecution moves to weaken the Karen Reid's Hoss long to die in cold claim. The Norfolk County District Attorney's Office says the defense experts' debunked opinions are not an example of a battle of experts best left to be resolved by the fact finder, but instead an attempt to infect the jury with an inadmissible opinion that it is not premised on reliable digital forensics. This is some right royal horse shit. This is them arguing that Cellbrite, that is supposedly the gold standard in digital forensics for dealing with phones, cell phone data and all that sort of shit, that they're expert, one of which was from the FBI and completely independent, is just lying. It's just wrong. And that as a result of there being a a conflict between it, and it's not actually an argument to be determined by the judge. This is giving Bev an opportunity to not even allow the information in front of the jury. I fully expect her to rule in the prosecution's favor on this, just because it's her, in my own personal opinion. One of the pillars of Karen Reid's defense in her murder case is her legal team's claim that someone else Googled the phrase "Hoss long to die in cold" hours before the body of Reid's boyfriend, John O'Keefe, was found in the snow outside a Canton, Massachusetts home. A home that belonged to a police officer, had several police officers in there that night, and allegedly had... How do I say this gently? A dog buried under either the pool or the basement, potentially, allegedly. You can't tell me that Chloe just up and disappeared. So there we go. Alrighty. In a new legal filing, the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office calls the claim debunked and is asking the judge in the case to prevent her team's lawyers from calling in the retrial the expert who says a search was made before O'Keefe's body was found. Dog had to have gotten creamed by something. Was an ATF household? Not so much. Richard Green's debunked opinions. No, screw that. That is your opinion. It is your opinion that his opinion is debunked. Nothing that you said in that case really altered. Yeah, there was an ATF agent, but he wasn't the one that owned the home. Lots of ass playing butt dials. Yeah, or if you believe fucking Brian that sorry, I should be a bit more careful with my phrasing here. If you believe Brian, there was also some fuck dials. How is it debunked just because they said so? That's pretty much it. They're saying that their expert debunked the claims and therefore it should not be reiterated before the trial, before the jury in the retrial.
Hello there.
Nick, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Richard Green's debunked opinions are not an example of a battle of experts best left to be resolved by the fact finder, but instead are an attempt to infect the jury with an inadmissible opinion that is not premised on reliable digital forensics. Gonna have to agree to disagree with you on that. The prosecution contends that the Hoss long to die in cold search was made at 6:23 a.m. by Jennifer McCabe, a friend of O'Keefe's, friend's a bit of a stretch, shortly after she and Reid arrived at the house on Fairview Road, outside which O'Keefe was lying stricken in the snow. They have backed that up and backed that analysis up with testimony from an expert from the digital forensics company Cellbrite. I love that they bothered to put together this infographic. Like, I may have to bookmark this and steal it for the retrial, because it goes through all their different connections, who's linked to who was doing what at what time. Defense has noted that McCabe used her phone to search for Hoss long to die in cold, apparently misspelling how. Reid's lawyers contend she searched the phrase before police say O'Keefe was found, which, while prosecutors say the search, it's that she searched it hours later after he was found. She was allegedly friends with John O'Keefe, friendly through O'Keefe with Karen Reid. Brian Albert Sr. is an in-law, married to Matthew McCabe. Point is, she's the aunt in the situation, so... the defense argues, citing Green's testimony that digital evidence shows McCabe made the search at 2:30 a.m. and that McCabe had helped to cover up who really killed O'Keefe at the Fairview home, where she and others attended a small party earlier in the evening. McCabe took the stand in the trial, which ended with a hung jury last summer, and adamantly denied making the search until after O'Keefe's body at dawn. And yet she'd already allegedly previously lied a couple of times during that trial. Why should we take her word that such a search was not conducted at 2 in the morning as opposed to 6 in the morning? Oh, because we just are expected to take her word for it. Yeah, the phone was disposed of on military ground. Wasn't she found innocent on 2 of the 3 charges, so she should only be recharged on 1? Angela, that is a massive bone of contention for me. I have been over the way that Bev dismissed that trial multiple times. For those of you that watched me go through that with a fine-tooth comb at that time, she knew what she was doing dismissing it the way that she did. That's my own personal opinion. So no, unfortunately, based on the way that that was thrown out, Karen will now be retried on all 3 counts. It's horse shit, honestly. Boston police so corrupt they made a movie about it. Hey, Mrs. Hayes. So Gary, good to see you. Thought the jury would have found as a fact. So, I mean, they're the finders of guilt or innocence. So it's, I don't know if you saw, but you got 20 memberships before the stream started. Yeah, I said that. From Carlos and from Jason J. But thank you for keeping me on my toes, Bears. What are $1? $1 are my proprietary stream currency. You guys get to earn them by putting something in chat once every 5 minutes. You earn $5. They can be used to redeem anything that is on the menu. If you'd like to see the menu, all you have to do is type in !menu. The way that you redeem things is literally ! And the specific thing.
Dance for your dollar.
And that's a nice little example of it. So.
Ew.
I feel like it was just as much corruption in this case as there was in Zacharias. It's a coin flip for me as to which one had more impropriety, shall we say.
Do a barrel roll.
Oh, damn it. I still haven't got around to it. For God's sake, someone please remind me to do that tomorrow.
It's Master Chef, not Master Bates.
There you go. And this is my way of making sure that you guys can interact with the channel, have a bit of fun, occasionally derail me, and just FYI, the upcoming, if and when I get back into American Trucking Simulator, when I can bring myself to do it, you guys will have control over the truck at different times during the streams as well. So. Go, Peanut! But remember, we use the $1 judiciously, people. I'm in New Zealand, so no more of the law here as a legal executive. Oh, fantastic. No worries. No, basically, Bev could have ruled and dismissed the charges in such a way that Karen would not be facing those additional 2 charges. All she had to do was ask a single question that I maintain that under the judicial rules she was obligated to ask, but did not do so. But given that she's the Chief Justice, is the Chief Judge in the area, no one's going to reprimand her for it. So, first peanut of the day. How many for a chest wax? You could not afford it, Dazza. Honestly. All right, so I did not make that search at that time. McCabe said I never would have left John O'Keefe out in the cold to die because he was my friend that I loved. McCabe said that she was actually researching a basketball team for her daughter at 2:27 a.m. and left the tab open. She said that when Reed asked her how to look up how long to die in the cold, when they found O'Keefe's body, she searched it from the same tab.
Dance, monkey. Dance for your dollar.
Can I just say, that argument is horse shite. Because even if you reopened the tab, it's not going to show that you connected to the server and that you sent the request out. like 4 hours earlier than you actually did, it's not going to say, oh, you hit the enter button because this tab was open. That, like, as someone that's half decently technologically illiterate, half decently technologically literate, that is one of the most insane things I've ever heard. That's not how the programming works. That's not how phones work. That's not how the internet works. If I open Uber Eats and I start processing an order at 2 a.m., if I then open Uber Eats at 6 a.m. and process an order, I didn't buy the food at 2 a.m. Like, I know that's a stupid way of putting it, but that's just how it jumps in my brain. McAlberts were there to intimidate the jurors during closing arguments. That's what it certainly damn well looked like. Robin, stop trying to use the barrel roll. It doesn't work. I need to fix it. Oh, wait, I'm just that far behind on chat. Cat has a loose balloon knot. Ew. I'll buy that for $1, Robocop. You know, that's not a bad one. I probably should actually add that. Where are we? It was just a birch. Oh, you have no idea. I ranted for like an hour as to what she did during that final thing. So... Is the gambit still on for Aussie to dye his hair? Yes, but it is the new month, which means that I really need to actually... Oh, shit, I was supposed to reset the points. At the end of every month, I reset the points. For anyone that doesn't know, if any single person in chat gets to 5,000, they can redeem for me to spray paint my hair for a stream. Hoss long until Bev pays for her thumb placed on the scale. She's not going to. What was the question the judge could have asked? I was always confused on this case. Basically, she could have asked if there was any confusion or if the jury had actually reached a verdict on any of the other two charges. It's actually in the judicial rules that she was supposed to make an inquiry in that prior to dismissing. And I maintain that that's what that says. Bev's on the trial for the sole purpose of controlling it. Yep. So locking the unused dollars in the vault for later use. Well, not for later use. It's to work out who's going to win the overall for the year. Here's the problem. Basic physics, learned math and principles in middle school proves that what the Commonwealth says happened didn't. How then is pursuing it not a fraud on the court? I would argue that it potentially is daily cook bites. But, I mean, prosecutors prosecute cases every day that they do not reasonably believe has a prospect of... Hello there. Morning, Flux. Of making it through, so... John O'Keefe was obviously bit by the tail light. Yeah, see, here's the thing. They can say that Jen McCabe didn't make this search whenever, wherever, whatever. Doesn't change the fact that Methuselah's grandmother, who's been practicing law, both law and medicine since that time, came in and accurately described that it was a dog bite. And the funny thing is, she's going to be back for the retrial, and they're putting her in as a dog bite expert because of something that the prosecution screwed up. So this is going to be interesting. We all know you're tech illiterate. This is true. The solo cup thing is insane. Yes. Who the hell collects evidence in solo cups? The internet's a series of tubes. Oh, the trial was an absolute stinker. It really was. It wasn't just a mess. It stunk to high hell. As far as some default settings that can make it, you've searched something more than once. Really? That's just stupid. Why would they have that set up that way? It'll even suggest searches as popular that you only search one time. Huh. Take a drink, wet your lips, you're making gross mouth noises. Fair enough. Where are we? Didn't disclose any ULA. Use a license agreement. Don't think I'll ever understand virtual money. You don't really need to. Do you think it would be possible to get a copy of the state standard jury instructions? Maddie, not only is it possible, I believe that at the time both Jeff and I got copies of them. I don't think that would be any sort of an issue. Why should you strive for the $1? You don't need to if you don't want to. It's purely just there for a bit of fun. Where are we? I stand with Trooper Paul. I pirouette with Paul. That's funny. It's going to be longer this time around. I should damn well hope so. Wanted 3 sandwiches. I only had 2 slices of bread. Sandwich number 3 is mayo on cheese. Why is the prosecution still trying to prove men's innocence instead of Karen's guilt? I honestly have no clue. I think at this point they're just too far in, and I genuinely believe that there are links between the head prosecutor and those that are involved in the case, is my personal opinion. And since when are hardly any photos of taken of a crime scene of a dead cop? Yep. Doesn't change the fact the FBI hired experts that said he couldn't have been hit by the car. This is true too, and they are trying to exclude the FBI experts. But as far as I'm concerned, they should be there and they should be saying more this time around. Watching the Big Bash, who's playing? Why recall or impeachment of judges is important? Yep. What would be fun if you and Nick and some more could do a theatrical reading of the sidebars in the YSL trial? I know very little about the YSL trial, but does that mean sandwich number 3 is from the Fire Festival? Oh, that's funny. The Aussie bucks are worth more than Huck to a coin right now and more entertaining. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. McCabe said she was actually searching. Oh, yeah, I got that. The prosecution said in Tuesday's filing that the expert's reading of the digital information unequivocally disposes the defense's expert reading. Moreover, they said Cellbright's even updated its software in light of the debate, and that the update confirms the search was made at about 6:24 a.m. They asked Judge Beverly Canone to either hold a hearing on Green's qualification to testify in the Reed case or to exclude his opinion from the retrial altogether. NBC's Boston 10 legal analyst said the prosecution is likely dotting their I's and crossing their T's. I should fucking well hope they're going to do a better job than they did last time, because I'm sorry, but this is some horse shit. Prosecutors have filed several recent motions aimed at limiting the scope of the defense's argument and expanding their own. Oh, hang on, that's a 20-minute one.
Thanks for joining us for Canton Confidential. I'm JC Monahan.
And I'm Glenn Jones. The situation led to a lot of confusion and plenty of questions. Ultimately, though, we now know 1 juror was dismissed. For those keeping count, that means there are now 15 jurors left.
Here's a look.
Okay, so that was part of the that was during part of the trial. That's not what that is not the thing that I wanted.
In the early morning hours, I want to take you all the way back to 1:30, 1:45 a.m. when you left 34 Fairview on the 29th. After you dropped off the girls, where did you and Matt McCabe go?
We came home.
After you got home, you indicated that you went upstairs, correct?
Correct.
After you went upstairs, you indicated that you got on the phone.
Correct.
On your cell phone, correct? After you got on your cell phone, you indicated that you started searching for stuff.
Correct.
So if there's GPS, that you've seen the forensic extraction or part of it, correct?
Which one are you referring to?
The forensic extraction of your phone.
I saw what you showed me yesterday from Celebrate.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Celebrate, part of it.
I saw, yeah, the phone calls, yes.
Okay. You're aware that that extraction shows that you got home after 2 a.m. or so that would be generally correct?
Correct.
The Celebrite extraction shows from your Apple Health data that you actually went up a set of stairs. That would be accurate, correct?
Accurate.
The Celebrite data shows that you actually logged into your phone, did a login, either Face ID or a passcode, opened up the phone. That would be accurate.
Correct.
The Celebrite data shows that you were engaging with an app called Safari to engage some Google searches, correct?
Yes.
That would be generally accurate as well, correct?
Yes.
So after you opened up Safari, you indicated that you Google searched something about Ozone basketball. Is that right?
Yes.
That was sometime after 2 a.m., right?
Yes.
What was so important about Ozone basketball at 2 a.m. that it couldn't wait until the morning? Why did you search it then?
Well, first I was home, I was wide awake, and I had been texting about a basketball chat, and basketball was clearly on my mind. My daughter had been invited to join a team. I didn't know much about the team, so
just quickly seeing if I can get the
was
motion.
like Googling to see, because the woman who had given my daughter the offer had wanted an answer.
So you say that basketball was on your mind, correct?
Yes.
Was there anything else on your mind in that early morning hour time frame?
Don't believe so.
Ms. McCabe, if you wanted to know in general how long it takes for a human being to pass away because of exposure to extreme temperatures, right? If you wanted to know the answer to that, what would you Google search? What phrase would you use?
I'm not sure. All I recall is what the defendant asked me to Google in the morning.
If you wanted to know, I'm asking a different question. If you personally wanted to know, how long does it take for a person to die of exposure due to extreme temperatures, what would you put in? What phrase would you use?
Objection.
Sustained.
Well, we don't have to guess at the phrase that you would use if you wanted to know something about dying of hypothermia, do we? Because you actually Google searched it.
Objection.
Sustained. Ask that differently, please.
Did you, in fact, use a phrase to Google search how long it takes for someone to die of extreme temperatures?
I did in the morning at the request of your client.
Okay. And what phrase did you use?
I'm not sure.
Really?
Correct. I was.
2.5 years of this, you don't know the phrase that you used?
Objection, Your Honor.
There's so many lies and misconceptions on social media.
No question.
Oh, I apologize.
Okay.
Are you telling me you don't remember what Google search you put in?
The phrasing that she used there is probably the most accurate and reasonable thing that came out of her mouth. There are so many lies that I have to try and keep track of. Like,
Karen was screaming, my hands were shaking, and she was saying, Google hypothermia, how long does it take to die in the cold?
And what phrase did you put in your phone? I'm just asking you to say it.
Why don't you show me it?
You literally don't remember?
Again, she was screaming, Google hypothermia, how long does it take to die in the cold?
How about?
And I picked up my phone and I started Googling.
And you literally, to this day, right now, under oath, you're saying you don't remember that phrase that you used.
Objection.
I'll allow it.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that at her...
Do you remember it or do you not, Ms. McCabe? That's a simple question.
That morning, I don't remember specifically what I Googled, but I do know what you've put out to the social media.
How about this? Hoss long to die in cold. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, it's been everywhere.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Because you've put it out in social media.
Well, I haven't put anything out in social media because I don't personally have social media.
I'm sorry, Turtle Boy did.
So if the world happens to know it, that's not on me, is it?
I guess not.
I guess not. Hoss long to die in cold is what you put in to the Google search, right?
If you say so.
Is there a reason that you don't want to admit to that?
Absolutely not.
It's a simple question, right?
No reason.
So say it.
Jonathan Owen said she told her husband the day they met that if he was lucky enough to ever get lucky, once a year, missionary only full score person shrugging, tears of joy rolling on the floor laughing.
Okay. Thank you very much for the super chat. That puts us 45 away from Doggo Cam. But yeah, honestly, this is just... Why is your face like that? Oh, Jen McCabe, you're right, absolutely insufferable. And I am looking forward to her being back on the stand because I fully expect that between Jackson and the new guy that's coming in, that she's going to get through the ringer. So...
Search did you use?
Objection.
Sustained.
you were seeking at some point to Google how long to die in the cold, correct?
Correct.
And you made a mistake and mistakenly typed "How long to die in cold," correct?
If you could show me it, I'd appreciate it.
It's
You
a
later
yes or no
Google searched-
question.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
No, but she knows that Bev does, and she's expecting protection, in my opinion. Morning, Bush. Hope you're doing all right.
Thank you.
While she looks at that, Mr. Jackson, can we bring our clerk back upstairs?
Of course, yes. I think we're back to ship this.
Thank you very much. Can you text Jimmy and tell him?
Take a look at that report and tell me if that refreshes your recollection.
Yes, it does.
Does that appear to be an accurate page from a Celebrite extraction from your phone?
It does.
Okay. May I have that back? I'm sorry, may I approach?
Yes.
May I have that back for a second?
Yes.
Did you see the actual search phrase? Is
Yes.
that now your recollection?
Yes.
But I'd like to have this marked as-
Armeel said house long to die in cold. Hungover search lol.
Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, mate.
Exhibit, please.
Is there an objection, Mr. Lally?
No, Your Honor.
Jim?
Were her phone records part of the federal investigation? We don't know. Here's the thing. We have no idea what the federal investigation actually entailed, and we may never know. All I am aware of is that there are rumblings that federal, I don't know if indictment's the accurate phrasing here, but they're looking into Bev, they're looking into Lally, and they're looking into the, you love my hair. It's sitting flat because I haven't had a shower or anything since I got out of the pool, so it's just like sort of sitting. And that's, I genuinely believe that may be why Bev's refusing to recuse herself or to delay the trial, is that she's hoping to get through it prior to anything happening with the feds. So, yeah. That's my own personal opinion. I have no way, shape, or form to back that up.
May I?
Yes. Is that Madam Court Reporter? I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Move to publish this, Your Honor.
Okay.
Oh, I know, Bush. We're getting to that.
Does this appear to be the document that was just marked as Exhibit 99?
Yes.
Very high-powered jets.
I know it's a little bit small, Mr. Jason. See
This is true.
this column,
Yes.
third column from the, actually it's the fourth column from the left, some dates.
Yes, we know that there's a federal investigation that's happened. Whoa! Fair
Joel
payment for
Dalton
entertainment.
said fair payment for entertainment. Far better than watching Disney Star Wars.
Cheers, appreciate it.
Tommy Fayette said, I'm looking forward to seeing this trial again, believe it or not.
In a weird way, so am I, but only because I want to see justice done, frankly. Which I'm a little bit concerned just with the amount of shit that's going on. And where was it? I missed something there. Shh. You're not looking forward to it. Well, I mean, we'll all be clutching our pearls the whole way. But no, the reason we know that there's a federal investigation is because the feds showed up to give evidence in the trial on behalf of Karen. So they couldn't specify that they were federal agents. They couldn't say who directed their investigation, why they were gathering evidence, or anything like that. But it wasn't a great look for for the McAlberts, that's for sure. There's a reason why there's only federal charges and no state charges in the Sandra Birchmore case. Yes, and that's the other one that is loosely connected to this. I believe it was Brian was on scene. I've got to go back to the Birchmore case and the Birchmore, Walsh, and oh shit, I apologize. There's the other case, the gentleman that was gunned down. Justin Root. God, that was going to annoy me. There are like 4 or 5 cases where there's police corruption in this area, either in this county or the neighboring one, where the state troopers have crossed over. Like, it's not great. I sure as shit wouldn't be going anywhere near Canton, that's for sure. So.
A Google search, correct?
That was Kevin Albert, was it?
What does that Google search say?
Thank you.
House long to die in cold.
Now, you indicate that you did that, you made that search.
It certainly seems that way.
6:23 a.m., correct?
Correct.
And then you indicated that you did it again.
Not a one, Aaron. Hang on. The Birchmore case, I think one of them got decertified, the other one moved on to another police department. From memory. I need to go back and do a recovering of that case. Keep it fresh in my memory.
After it's 6:24, correct?
Correct.
But 6:24, you misspelled.
Because no formal charge has been brought against it yet.
You spelled it as follows: how long TI die in CIKD, correct?
Oh, well, yeah, Proctor got put on leave, but that's for obvious reasons. I mean, you can't call someone a leaky balloon knot and and look through her phone for nudes and admit it and put it in text messages to everyone without at least some sort of outward ramifications. No offense to actual sexist shit.
Correct.
Now you claim that those two searches were at 6:23
and that's why I think it's funny.
6:24 a.m. respectively, correct?
Objection.
Phrase it differently.
Sure. You've indicated under direct examination that these two searches were at 6:23 and 6:24 a.m., right?
I don't know if I gave exact times, but I said it was in the morning and Karen had asked me to do it.
And you
just had to try and get that in there as many times as you could.
Was screaming at you and yelling at you, Google hypothermia, and you Googled how long does it take for a person to die? I'm sorry, she said something like, how long does it take for a person to die of hypothermia? And you Google searched it at 6:23 and 6:24. Is that right?
Again, I'm not sure about the exact times. I just did it after Karen asked me to do it.
Would you quarrel with the idea that those were about 30 seconds apart?
Okay.
And you're aware, Ms. McCabe, that both misspellings of that phrase result in the exact same search results, don't they?
I'm not aware of that, no.
Well, you Googled them, ma'am. You're looking on your phone and you Googled
Officer Bukaki.
how long to die in cold and how long to die in CIKD. Both of those. You Googled them, right?
I did, yes.
And they result in the exact same search results, don't they?
I have no idea.
So my question to you is,
excuse me,
why the two searches?
She was standing next to me screaming, shaking my hand. My hand was cold. I was trying to Google it. Obviously, maybe whatever came up first didn't make sense because I had some misspellings. So
that was one of the big things in the Birchmore case, yeah. So for those of you that aren't aware of the Birchmore case, it's two brothers and potentially their supervisor that allegedly groomed, and I say allegedly because I have to, groomed Sandra Birchmore from a very, very young age. They were having sex with her on duty and engaging in a number of activities, and basically she passed away in an apartment in Massachusetts, and basically it was staged to look like she had self-yeeted by tying something around her neck and then sitting on the floor. The Massachusetts State Police looked into it and, did a scan of her phone, and as Burberry's quite rightly pointed out there, the trooper that was in charge of it said that he found no correspondence or communications between the deceased and the officers. The FBI got involved, and all of a sudden there are thousands of messages. It's It's horrific, honestly. That case, I think the last review I did of it, I had to do it on Rumble. Although I'm not sure if that's still a safe spot, so...
So I did it again.
So Hoslong to die in cold results in articles concerning dying of exposure, doesn't it?
We never got the chance to read it.
Well, you're the one, when you say we, who's we?
Karen and myself.
Well, you're the one holding the phone, Ms. McCabe.
Correct.
So you're looking down at your phone and you see exactly what comes up, right?
I don't remember exactly what came up.
And looking forward to it.
Was something about dying of
Is this the new trial? No. Linda, we're talking a bit. We're rewatching Jen McCabe's testimony because now they're trying to have the early morning searches of Hoslong to die in cold be excluded. They're saying that their experts blew the defense's experts out of the water, and therefore it is not something that needed to be provided for. No, the new trial, I believe, is supposed to start on the 27th, unless they've moved it again.
Aylin said my sleepy brain plus Hayden's accent equals they were having smex with her Aunt Judy. Good morning, upside down face.
They were having sex with her whilst on duty. Duty. Better? The defense moved for a delay. It's in April now? Son of a bitch! On the one hand, that's good. On the other hand, I was really looking forward to getting it done. I didn't... How the hell did I miss that? But thank you. Got a shizzy raid coming in? Lovely. Thank you.
Hypothermia, didn't it?
That's what she asked.
So why do it?
Tammy Fayed said, did you get my email?
I did, Tammy, and thank you. That was incredibly sweet. I actually only got to that about 20 minutes before I started the stream. That was incredibly thoughtful. Thank you.
Again. Why do it again, Miss McCabe? You had the result.
Why search for it again? Exactly.
Search?
I cannot answer that beyond telling you that my hands were frozen. She was shaking me and screaming at me.
And you see the time. Can you scroll up?
Wait, why did you send it twice? You hate her more than you hate Amber Heard? Well, that's a tough call.
According to the Celebrate data, you see this first search that says Hoslong to die in cold?
I do.
What's that time?
You've got the, it's right over at 2:27.
AM or PM? Ms. McCabe, you made that search at 2:27 a.m. because you knew that John O'Keefe was outside in your sister's lawn dying in the cold, didn't you?
Absolutely not. I did not make that search at that time. No.
Realized the next morning, after John was discovered, after 6 a.m., that you had an incriminating search on your phone, didn't you?
Absolutely not.
And this is the testimony that they're looking to exclude. How is this not damning and exculpatory?
Your tracks, you searched it again in order to overwrite the original search at 2:27, correct?
Again, absolutely not.
But you were nervous and you screwed it up. So the first search you made at 6:23 was Hoslong to die in CIKD, wasn't it?
No.
When you see the search right there, correct?
I see the search, but I disagree with your narrative.
And what's the time frame of that search?
6:23.
And you agree that that time frame is accurate, right?
Yep, everything else is
Again,
right and
it's
accurate.
what the report says.
And that comports with your memory of that morning, about 6:23 in the morning in 51 seconds.
Correct.
And there's a second search, correct?
Correct.
And this one at 6:24 says Hoslong to die in cold.
I have no idea what this QR code is, so I'm just going to move myself here.
Correct.
I'm sorry, 18. My eyes aren't that great. And that comports with your memory as well.
I remember Googling it at the request of the defendant. Yes.
About 27 seconds apart,
Stop,
correct?
woman.
Yes.
We get it. You're trying to throw Karen under the bus.
Your first search didn't comport with the 2:27 a.m. search, did it? It was a different spelling, wasn't it?
I never searched a 227. That is not reality.
But the 624 search did exactly mirror the search that, according to this report, took place at 2:27, correct?
I'm sure Celebrite will be able to explain it to you. I can't.
And then, of those 3 searches, one of them ended up deleted. Isn't that right?
I never deleted any search.
And yet that's not what the report says. And even the Celebrate guy that the state had couldn't say that it wasn't deleted.
Celebrate report, top search, and the column marked deleted.
Not yet as far as I'm aware, but I haven't looked.
I see a yes.
We're going to talk about that next.
Ms. McCabe, the reason you deleted that 2:27 a.m. call is because you realized that if you were caught Googling how long it takes for a person to die in the cold 3.5 hours before John's body was found, that would incriminate you.
Objection.
Brummy Nan of 2 said Jen McCabe. Resting B asterisk asterisk H face at its best.
I think we have to call it resting Jen face at this point.
The objection sustained.
Did you delete that search because you knew that you would be implicated in John O'Keefe's death if that search was found on your phone?
Objection.
I'll let you. Could you answer that, please?
I did not delete that search. I never made that search at 2:23. I never would have left John O'Keefe out in the cold to die because he was my friend that I loved.
But he's not your family, is he?
Family and friends.
Is
Objection.
he not your...
Sustained.
You acknowledge that you made the search at 6:23, don't you?
In the morning I did, yes.
You acknowledge that you made the search at 6:24.
I'll talk about this in a bit as well.
Multiple times in the morning, yes.
Of the 3 searches that show up that were all found on your phone, the one that you disavowed is the one that took place at 2:27 a.m., which would implicate you and exonerate my client, correct?
Objection.
Sustained. Can I ask it differently, Mr. Jackson?
Of those 3 searches, there was only one marked deleted. Isn't that right?
Correct.
That was the one at 2:27 a.m., correct?
I wouldn't even know how to go in and delete a
That's not what I
search.
asked you.
That's
The one
irrelevant.
according to the Celebrite report that was deleted, the one at 2:27 a.m., correct?
Correct.
Isn't her husband like a tech guy as well?
You would agree that that's awfully convenient for you, isn't it?
Objection.
I don't even want to think about that, Ken.
That's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
So there was that. Oh, excuse me. No, I don't care what Calicuco's doing. Shite. Yeah. So, Karen Reid retrial. Prosecution wants testimony on Hoslong to die in cold blood. Prosecutors in the retrial want to keep the testimony of the forensics experts who alleged that the friend of John O'Keefe searched Hoslong to die in the cold on Google. Reid's first trial in the death of her Boston police officer boyfriend O'Keefe ended in a mistrial on July 1. State alleges that she hit O'Keefe with her SUV. Her second retrial is set to begin on April 1. Oh look, if I'd actually finished reading this, I would have known. The state wants a new trial to exclude testimony from Richard Green, who owns the Florida-based United States Forensics, according to the motion filed Tuesday. Green had analysed the cell phones of Reid, O'Keefe and friend Jen McCabe, alleged friend, and testified that the Google search for Hoslong to die in cold had been made on McCabe's phone at 2:27 a.m. The prosecution wants to exclude the testimony of the Google search and deletion of the data from McCabe's phone. I legit have no words for that. Because trying to have that excluded, even if they believe that their expert has already blown it out of the water or whatever else they want to say, that does not mean that it doesn't get put to the jury. You believe that your case against it's so bulletproof? Prove it. That's the prosecution's job. Funny how the majority of people can spot a liar from miles off. She actively thought she was being clever. Exclusion is appropriate because both claims lack any evidentiary support and the claims cannot be made in good faith, the motion said, according to the Patriot News partner WCVB. Allowing introduction of baseless claims without any scientific, forensic or factual support would be misleading to the jury and disruptive to the interests of justice. Funny how that not only was the Fed's report... They're basically saying that not only is the federal report not supportive of this, but the actual report provided by a forensic analyst is not enough to justify it. Exactly, it is a scientific report. Prosecution has also requested the exclusion of the testimony from emergency room physician Dr. Marie Russell, who testified that marks on O'Keefe's arms were made by teeth or claws. Reed's defense attorneys alleged that Reed was framed that O'Keefe died after being beaten up at the Canton home, where he was dropped off, bit by a dog and left in the snow. In a December hearing before Judge Beverly Canone, who will remain overseeing the Reed case, much to my dismay, the prosecution argued that Russell is not an expert in dog bites. She has not yet issued a ruling, according to WCVB, which I think is fucking hilarious because that opened a whole nother can of worms for them. Where are we? Because that was on the 13th of December. I think I covered that, but... The data is wrong, but the screenshots ordered by Jen McCabe are top-notch. Exactly. The gaslighting is real and flammable. You know what? I like that. I'm stealing that. Reed was charged with secondary motor vehicle manslaughter whilst driving under the influence and leaving the scene of a collision causing death. She's petitioned the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court on whether the state should be able to retry her. The Supreme Judicial Court has not yet ruled on that. Now that I thought was interesting, and I want to just quickly touch on that before we talk about the dog bite expert. Defense attorneys for Karen Reed, a Mansfield woman accused of killing a Boston police boyfriend, John O'Keefe, say retrying her on all charges would constitute double jeopardy. This was back in November, and I actually think they have ruled on this. Hang on, how old was this? Oh, I stand corrected. Apparently, as at the time, they have not yet ruled. Huh, I thought they already had. Prosecutors say the defense had the chance to object to the declaration of the mistrial at the time and did not, and that the case does not have a verdict. Again, I call bullshit. There would have been a verdict on 2 of those charges had she done her job. Katie P, Happy New Year's to you and your family. Hang on, let me give the text speech.
Katie P, 2000. Happy New Year's to you and the family.
Only fair that I give everybody the text to speech. And a very happy new year to you too, and thank you so much for the super chat. Actually, I have not been keeping track of the super chats. Hang on. Feels stupid. I need to... Okay, so there's been at least 5. So, alright, that's fine. Chloe was rehomed, and by rehomed we mean shot, shoveled, and shut up. Silverite should be banned on the basis that they shoot at our ships and killed 600... Oh, why do Boston women have weird staring eyes? No clue. Not sure I want to know, if I'm perfectly honest. Winks, helping the goal. Thank you. Appreciate it. Where are we? Attorneys made oral arguments on Wednesday morning before the state's highest court on whether the state should be able to retry Reed on the charges following the jury mistrial. Excuse me. The hearing took place at the John Adams Courthouse in Boston. Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court typically issues written decisions within 130 days of oral arguments. Reed's defense team is seeking to have the charges of secondary murder and leaving the scene of the crash causing injury or death thrown out, as they say the jury reached unanimous decisions to acquit her on those counts. If she did her job, I believe she did exactly what she was paid to do, catch my drift. Not gonna say it. Okay? Just not gonna say it. Norfolk County Judge Beverly Canone sided with the prosecution in a decision in August, prompting the defense to appeal to the Supreme Judicial Court. Reed was charged with second-degree murder, manslaughter while driving drunk, and leaving the scene of personal injury and death after O'Keefe's body was found in the driveway. Defense attorney says she was framed. Prosecutors called more than 65 witnesses in testimony that started on April 29. The defense's list of witnesses is much shorter. Reed did not testify in her own defense, nor should she have, frankly, in my opinion. Following the mistrial, Reed's defense attorneys said that they were contacted by jurors who claimed the jury had agreed unanimously that Reed was not guilty of second-degree murder and leaving the scene of the accident or with injury or death. And as I said, had Bev done her job, as I personally believe is required by the judicial conduct rules, in the event of a potential mistrial, she should have asked, is there a unanimous verdict on any of the charges? She should not have read the note and gone immediately to declaring a mistrial. She knew exactly what she was doing, in my personal opinion. Well, you can't expect journalists to get it 100% right at the time. The defense then filed motion seeking to dismiss the two charges. Attorney Alan Jackson said in the motion that the defense was denied the chance to request that the court inquire about which counts the jury had deadlocked on after the jurors returned saying that they were at an impasse. Martin Weinberg, a new attorney for Reed's team, appeared before the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court on Wednesday. He argued that it was responsibility of Canone to inquire if the jury, almost as if I knew what I was talking about, or if I doubt these guys were watching the channel, but hey, I can always be hopeful. I mean, at one point, I think Larry was in touch with Alan Jackson, wasn't he? Giving advice or whatever. Argued that Canone there was responsibility of the judge to inquire if the jury had reached an impasse on some or all of the charges, which she did not do. Anytime there is more than one charge, the judge must ask, are you on an impasse on one count, two, or three, he said. In response, one of the justices asked whether there was no opportunity for the defense to object to a declaration of mistrial or asked to be heard by the judge on the matter. Weinberg said there was opportunity, but not a responsibility. Justice Scott Kafka said that notes that the jury sent to Canone about being at an impasse gave no inkling that they had reached a verdict on some charges. She still had the responsibility to ask, which she failed to do. Weinberg said the defense had no opportunity to read the notes prior to Canone declaring the mistrial. In a response motion, Norfolk County District Attorneys Adam Lally and Laura McLaughlin opposed the motion and said that it's premised upon hearsay, conjecture, and legally inappropriate reliance as to the substance of jury deliberations. Lally and McLaughlin said that there is no verdict acquitting Reed and there is no grounds to inquire into the deliberative process of a discharged jury, which again is legal gymnastics. Because asking whether or not they had reached a verdict on 2 counts out of 3 is not inquiring to the substance of deliberations. It's whether or not they had deliberated and reached a verdict on 2 out of 3 counts. That is not the same as the substance of said deliberations. It is the end result. Norfolk County District Attorney's Office Attorney Caleb Schillinger went before the Supreme Judicial Court on Wednesday. He agreed that it would have been reasonable for Canone to question whether the jury was split on all charges, but the absence of objection or being asked to be heard from the defense is consent to ordering a mistrial. That's a crock of shit. She literally read the note and said, I'm not going to do that. I'm declaring a mistrial. Where the frick was the opportunity to... As soon as she had outed those words, they lost the opportunity to object anyway. It wouldn't have mattered if they did it 20 seconds later. They had the opportunity and requirement to do so beforehand. The judge's determination was not outside the range of reasonable outcomes, he said, adding that it was not a prevalent practice in Massachusetts for judges to inquire about individual charges when a jury is at an impasse. It's in the fucking judicial conduct rules that they're supposed to. If anything, that's a scathing indictment of how the other judges in the area act. I thought Lally was unlikable. Turns out the new guy's an even bigger dick. Great. Rehearing this is making me angry again. Sorry, Coke Fairy. Schillinger Schillinger said the defense advocated for Canone to give the jurors the Tui Rodriguez charge, a special set of instructions often read to deadlocked juries. He said the defense therefore was advocating for the declaration of a mistrial. Yeah. But just because you advocate for something doesn't mean you shouldn't have the opportunity to be heard before one is declared. The new guy made Dr. Meemaw gasp because he accused her of lying? Did I watch that hearing or not? I'm starting to think that I didn't actually even watch that hearing. Justice Frank Gaziano challenged that assertion, stating that defense could be seeking a verdict by advocating for the Tui Rodriguez charge. Okay, so we've got one. It went for like 8 hours. Okay, so I didn't watch it. Fair enough. Might be something for us to do, especially if we get bored. So the Supreme Judicial Court is the state's highest appellate court. The full bench hears appeals on a broad range of criminal and civil cases and issues written opinions. Single justice can hear certain motions and other cases such as the bail review or bar discipline and petitions for admission to the bar. A full bench renders approximately 200 written decisions a year, and the single justices decide a total of approximately 600 cases a year. The Judicial Supreme Court also supervises the judiciary and the bar, makes or approves rules for court operation, and gives advisory opinions to the governor and the legislature as required. So literally the rules that she broke, they wrote. That's interesting. I wonder if that's like, it's like an entire department desperately trying to get away with murder. In my opinion, that's exactly what it is. So, I'm wondering maybe if one of the judges that she pissed off, maybe if the one that was that was questioning it wasn't one of the ones that wrote those rules. Maybe. Judicial Court does not hold trials of cases. It will not make a ruling on the innocence or guilt of Karen Reed, but will rule on the appeal process. There is no jury. No witnesses go before the state's highest court. Yeah, so it's literally a court of finding of law. So. Okay. And you'll have to excuse me for going through, just using Yahoo News at this point. It was just convenient. Karen Reed, trial judge, hears arguments about dog bite expert. Well, I mean, this is going to be a massive spoiler for myself because I didn't watch the hearing, but there's a good chance I'm going to go back now. I like Judge Meemaw. Sorry, Dr. Meemaw. Dr. Meemaw. I can't. Talk to me, Ma. Talk to me. A judge heard arguments today about whether an emergency room physician should be allowed to testify in the Karen Reed trial about whether there were dog bites on John O'Keefe's body. Reed's accused of killing O'Keefe, yada, yada, yada. Beverly Canone approved a joint motion this week from the defense and prosecution, seeking to have the second trial pushed back to April 1, 2025. The court confirmed last month that Canone will oversee the second trial. She declared a mistrial of the case in July. Canone today held what was called a Daubert hearing, or a hearing to determine if an expert's testimony is admissible. She'll weigh whether expert testimony from Dr. Marie Russell is relevant and reliable. Special Assistant District Attorney Hank Brennan, District Attorney Adam Lally and Laura McLaughlin appeared for the prosecution, while David Yannetti, Elizabeth Little, Alan Jackson and Robert Alessi appeared for Reed. Reed was also at the hearing. Prosecutors have asked Canone to exclude the testimony of Dr. Marie Russell, who took the stand to testify the defence in the first trial. In the motion filed in Norfolk Superior Court, prosecutors say Russell isn't a qualified expert in dog bites. She's a retired emergency room doctor and a forensic pathologist. The state wrote that the defendant had failed to prove that Russell has the knowledge or experience to render an opinion in the field of canine bites or claw marks, veterinary medical science, forensic odontry, or canine behaviour. Reed's attorneys argue that O'Keefe was beaten and attacked by a dog before his body was planted on the front lawn. I still don't know if his body was planted. I'm wondering if maybe he was beaten and attacked and he stumbled out onto the lawn and that's where they found him. It's really a moot point how he wound up on the lawn. You cannot convince me that the injuries that were on his arm were not dog related. The judge discounting the personal experience with dog bites was not cool. Nope. And now they're trying to give her an excuse to exclude her altogether. Reed's attorneys argued that O'Keefe was beaten. Russell testified at the first trial that the cuts and scratches on the arm were consistent with a dog attack and not being hit by an SUV. In its response, the defense argued that people who are bitten by dogs often go to the emergency department to seek treatment. Emergency medicine physicians like Dr. Russell thus are the medical professionals most likely to be repeatedly observing dog-induced human wounds. Russell appeared before the court Thursday to testify about her experience and qualifications. Alessi, an attorney for Reed, spent more than 5 hours reviewing her past work and testimony in the first trial. Russell worked as a police officer in Malden from 77 to 84 before attending medical school and gaining a certification in emergency medicine and forensic pathology. From 87 to 2016, she worked as an emergency room doctor in LA, which is a level 1 trauma center. She worked as a medical director of a prison in California. She now works as a consultant for the State of California Medical Board and remains board certified in several states, including Massachusetts and California. She is extremely experienced and qualified. Just saying. She's testified as an expert witness in California, Florida, Illinois, Arizona, and Washington on topics of emergency medicine and forensic pathology. Her testimony has never been excluded previously. Russell said she'd seen many dog bites in her time as a doctor, estimating that she saw about 500. Probably saw a lot more than that. It's a common presentation in the emergency department. Russell said the wounds on O'Keefe's arms were highly characteristic of a dog bite. And she said she ruled out a motor vehicle accident because the body lacked bruises, broken bones, or blunt force trauma indicative of an incident. She said the small holes on the sweatshirt that he was wearing the night that he died corresponded with dog bite marks from a dog. Now, what I'm curious about, given that they've now got till April, what's to stop them from, say, finding an expert on dog bites? Just saying. So the FBI case is pending. Do all the cases and the accused get thrown out? That will be a massive mess. I would fully expect the federal cases would continue even if she does get, even if they do find her guilty, frankly. Brennan started his questioning of Russell on Thursday. He will resume questioning it on January 7th. Brennan said, based on Russell's estimations, fewer than 1% of the cases she treated in the emergency room were dog bites. He reviewed and at times challenged her expertise and experience as an expert in dog bites. For example, he asked whether or not she'd given a lecture specifically on dog bites versus bite wounds in general. He also questioned if she'd been qualified to testify in federal or any other state court as a dog bite expert. She said she had not. Brennan said Russell had changed her report on the evidence at the time between Thursday's hearing and the first trial. He said that she said during the first trial that the marks were most likely from a dog bite, while she expressed more certainty on Thursday. I was convinced then, and I'm still convinced right now, that those were caused by dog bites. I become clearer and clearer every time I review the images. Not a great argument, but tis what it is, and that's all that it is. Fed case should be expedited. It's public corruption. Kind of feels like that, yeah. Really need the squirrel, but I don't want to interrupt. I'm torn. You know what? Let me deal with it for you. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's going to play twice because I played it myself too, Boosh. Either that or I just hit the button the exact same time and redeemed it for you. So, where are we? The Alberts had a very bitey dog called Chloe and she disappeared after the night of the incident. Yes, this is true. Oh, all right. That pretty much covers everything that I was going to talk about in terms of Karen Reed. Do we want to watch a quick body cam video, or at the hour and 19 minute am I going to bed? Yeah, she was rehomed. I fully believe that the concrete in the pool and the basement is too much of a coincidence for me. Body cam always, how is that a question? Well, I mean, sometimes, you know. Body cam then bed. Alright, that's fine then. Send to the Dr. Meemaw timestamp. Oh, okay, hang on. We will quickly have a look at that then. Alright, hang on. I should move that across to here so we can have a quick look. What was it? 6:32:58. 6:32:28. We'll go from here.
You know, they say in medicine that nothing is 100% in medicine. That's what we learn, you know, when we go.
Much like law, nothing is ever necessarily 100%. That's the reason why civil cases are on the balance of probabilities or reasonable grounds. That's why criminal cases are decided beyond a reasonable doubt.
Through medical school and residency and whatever, and in my teachings, I always told people nothing is 100%. And that was the number that I was, you know, that I thought I was being asked for. Basically, it was 100%. So that's why I stated my opinion the way I did. But anyways, as I went through material again, I was convinced back then, and I am still convinced right now that these are caused by dog bites. And not only that, but dog attack.
If you were testifying honestly and earnestly before and you're using doctor speak, why would you need to change it for today?
Hang on. Hang on, Mama Sari, I'll explain it to you in a second. I can't hear what he's saying though.
Using doctor speak.
Not only that, but dog attack.
If you were testifying honestly and earnestly before and you're using doctor
Damn it!
Why would you need to change it for
If you were testifying honestly and earnestly before.
using doctor speak, why would you need to change it for today, for this report? Why not just continue to offer a natural, honest, thorough opinion that you had before? Why did you have to change it?
I came up with this. I became clearer and clearer every single time that I looked at the pictures, and I just realized that I understated the last time, that I misunderstood the question that was asked of me, you know, regarding.
It's not Lally Bush, it's another dick who apparently is even worse.
So I felt that I had to be clearer.
Did anybody point out to you that it'd be more helpful to...
Oh, piss off.
...if you had a more assertive opinion?
No, absolutely not.
So when you went through these days and months since the trial, did you see any new information that you looked at that made you realize you underscored the confidence in your opinion?
No.
Okay. Because in your earlier testimony, it's quite different.
I know.
I want to do this gently, but I want to go through some of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not going to go through the entire 30 minutes that he does this. In my honest opinion, Higgins challenged John O'Keefe at the bar. Albert said, "No, my place." They go fight. Chloe attacked, accidentally causing death by knocking him head backwards into something. That's as good a theory as anything, if I'm perfectly honest. So, okay, first things first, Mama Suri, the $bucks are my channel currency, okay? By being in chat and just like putting something in chat, just typing a letter, whatever else, once every 5 minutes, you earn $5 bucks. You can then redeem them for pretty much anything that is on the menu by typing ! Whatever. For example, there's the menu. So, all these things can be redeemed just by you saying ! Just to have a bit of fun. You don't have to worry about them if you don't want to, but it's just a little bit of entertainment value, okay? All right, let's have a quick look at this video. I don't think I watched this one the other day. There's Peanut. Oh yes, let's not forget all the plowing. Hold your Aussie like a hamburger gently. Nice.
I don't think that would cause the fight in there.
There's no fight. Nobody had any type of interaction between somebody putting hands on me.
Hang on, what
They see how great I am and wish they could beat me?
I don't think that would cause the fight in there.
There's no fight. Nobody had any type of interaction between somebody putting hands on me.
Yeah. Spit on me. Yeah, yeah.
I don't
want to do anything about it. If she wants to trespass, she's a bartender. I don't.
Yeah, he just. I asked him to leave
Valid.
the first couple times that he tried to start stuff, and he went outside, then came back in and go with it. So yeah.
And if I wanted to press charges, I guess I could. But being a higher power and higher being that I am, I won't.
Are you okay?
No. When you get that answer, you don't.
Wait, what?
Because you expect people to say, yeah, I'm okay, yeah, I'm all right.
No, that just tells me that you're honest.
I'm more than honest, I'm truthful.
Well, that's what honesty is being truthful. Do you have your ID on you by chance?
Why?
Because I'm just asking for it.
Yes, I do. You're asking for it?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know if you can leave your car here.
Can I move it?
I don't know. Are you intoxicated?
Yes, can you move it? Because I was going to call an Uber and come back here tomorrow and pick up my car.
Okay. Well, I have to ask management here so that way they don't tow it. Because it's private property.
Go ahead and ask. But I probably won't be here when you show up.
Well, then they're probably going to tow it.
If they tow it, then I guess I'm going to have to pay the fee, huh?
I guess you will. Hold on, we're not done.
You got your ID, boss? They want to trespass you from the business.
Why?
They don't want you to come
because
back.
I got assaulted?
They don't want you to come back.
Why?
Because
they have that option. That's their right.
Get your hands out of your pocket.
I've got it on my phone.
Still need to keep your hands out of your pocket. Do you have your ID?
Can I reach in my pockets?
Where's your ID at?
Can I reach in my pockets?
Where is your ID?
My ID's in my pockets.
Which
pockets or
And yes, this is sped up because, I mean, it's 16 minutes. It's only 1.25.
Pockets. It could be in multiple, right? Because it's not in one, it's not in other, and then it might be in the third. Okay. Right?
It should be in a pocket.
Okay, but it might be in one third of the fourth.
Please get your ID out.
Okay, so now I can reach in my pockets, right?
And get your ID, yes.
Okay, that's my phone. And a lighter.
Can you put the fishing poles down, please?
Why are these fucking guns?
I'm not saying that they're
look, that's-
guns.
Those are cigarettes on my ID. Damn, I'm mistaken. So what the fuck do y'all want from me?
Your ID.
Oh.
That way we can
So what if I tell y'all no?
Okay, listen.
What if I tell y'all to look me up? What if I give y'all a name and tell me to look me up?
Then that's fine too.
All right, my name is William.
Why are you being so aggressive?
Because I'm tired of this bullshit. Every time I go out, there's some fucking bullshit around me.
We got called here.
Okay, bet. Now go fucking talk to the people that called you, not me. Matter of fact, I got stripped to catch, right?
Okay,
Look,
no,
if y'all are
no,
gonna
no,
arrest me,
no.
arrest me.
Okay.
Don't walk away.
If
You're
y'all are going
not free to go yet.
I'm not resisting you. If you are going
If you
to
walk away, that is
the first
resisting.
time that he's
Also,
been
failure to
told
produce your ID is resisting.
Find it.
That escalated quickly.
It's in there.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Okay. I got it.
You'll need to call for law enforcement to do a standby to get your vehicle too off the property, or else you're trespassing then, because you'll be
Because
trespassing.
I can call somebody to come and get it.
Okay.
That's fine, but you can't without us here as a civil standby.
How long before your last intake of alcohol is it okay for you to come and grab your vehicle?
Well, if you come back after your trespass, then you're trespassing.
Okay, not if my property is on this property.
It's private property.
Okay, now that is my private property. How the f you gonna tell me I can't come and grab my own private property without grabbing top?
Because this is their private
Okay,
property.
but that is my property, right?
Then
This
why
is
don't
my
you
property.
call someone to come and get it?
This is my...
To be fair, the only reason you can't remove your private property from their private property is that you're intoxicated. So yes, it's a lose-lose situation for you, dipshit. Call someone.
property.
Then call someone to come and get it.
Okay, so how long between my... Okay, if my private property is on somebody's property before they trespass me, how long can I come back before I can grab my own property?
Now, before we're done.
Okay, not now. Not now. Why are y'all trespassing me?
Because that's what they want.
Why? Let me talk to them. Let's
No, you're not going back inside. You're not going
I will not go back inside.
Do not go back inside.
I will not go back inside.
Then where are you
I will
going?
not go back inside. I will not. Please do not touch me. Hey, excuse me, management. Can I talk to your manager, please? No, okay, why not? I need to talk to your manager right now. I need to talk to your manager right now. I need to talk to your manager right now. No, Paul, you ain't shit. I need to talk to your management. I need to talk to your manager right now. One more time, boy. Put my ass in jail.
I don't want to put you.
Okay, I know, because I ain't doing shit wrong. You know why? Because I had some gay ass try to push up on me. I'm being a Are you the lead bartender?
Oh, stop.
Right? Why am I being trespassed?
Because you got in multiple people's faces, you were yelling, as people were talking, like you guys got into a debate, but you started like screaming at people multiple times. I told you to lower your voice,
No,
and
you
you kept
did not.
doing it. Yes, you did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
First of all, no, you did not.
Yes, I
okay,
did.
as a matter of fact, and an actual instinct of this motherfucker's life, you did not.
I told you to lower your voice.
So you're gonna let Megan, the female that put her hands on me, go away free, right? You're gonna let a female who pushed me and put her hands on me go away free, right? But you're not gonna let the two dudes.
Just go inside.
No, ain't no go inside. I'm trying to talk to the manager.
Mr. Are you going to sign this?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
You know why? Because I've been trespassed on somewhere else for no reason. The same
Here's your ID.
All right, bet.
Vacate the property.
Nice. Now get off the property.
When can I come back here?
Get off the property.
You can't come back and get it.
I'll sign it. I saw it. Let me see. Matter of fact, take me through everything.
You're trespassing from this property. You cannot ever return.
For what?
It doesn't matter.
This property. Signature right there.
Don't.
It's my clip.
Don't want my motherfucking signature.
No,
My
you
life.
refuse.
Okay, look. Go ahead. Move your fingers. Move your finger. Right?
Trespassing. My name.
No, hell no. I
my
don't
store
want you to
number.
explain nothing because I can read. I ain't
You already
stupid.
asked me to explain.
Okay, so what about the person that put hands on me? Can I press charges against them? Can I press charges?
Are you gonna sign or not?
Can I press charges against them?
The same as they can press charges against you for spitting on them.
I didn't spit on nobody.
Okay.
There's no motherfucking fluids that came out of my body.
You want to sign
I
this
will
or not?
sign the paper. You don't need to hold the board for me to get a signature.
Right here.
You damn sure don't. Right?
This guy is just so freaking argumentative that it ain't funny. Like, seriously. And yes, apparently he can press charges. How far it would go, I would think not, because he's going to be relying on people inside the building or potentially, like, the footage or whatever, but yeah, no, I don't like his...
Can I be the board?
No. You had an opportunity, but all you want to do is yell.
No.
God damn.
Whoa, sir. Can I speak to your motherfucker? Can I speak to your sergeant? Bring your sergeant here right now. Yes.
Flux, the odds of this guy finding someone that's willing to do him up the butt are slim to nil. Otherwise, no one's touching him.
Sir, bring your damn sergeant. Bring your motherfucker.
And to be honest, I'd be worried that another crime would get committed.
Bring your upper right now. 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 Bring your upper.
Give me my pen.
Bring your upper right now.
Give me my pen.
No, hell no. Let me see the board.
Give me my pen.
Bring your upper right now.
Sir.
I want to talk to both of y'all's upper. I want to share.
I'm
Okay.
right here.
Who are
The
you? What's
sheriff-
your position? What is your position?
I'm the senior officer.
Okay. Let me see your senior officer.
I'm
Right?
here.
Okay. So
There is no
what
one
about the
else here.
Okay, the
But
person
me.
that assaulted me. The person that assaulted. I want to press charges.
Okay.
Okay. This on
Sober
camera.
up, come back and.
Hell no, ain't no sober up.
Absolutely. Give me
I
my
want
ink
to
pen.
speak to your upper right now.
Well,
Bring
my
it.
chief is
Talk
not
on the
home,
radio.
and he's not
I don't care.
coming.
There's somebody that's higher than you on the clock, right?
Dude, if she's the sergeant, you're not getting anyone higher. The chief's probably asleep in bed.
Right now.
No, there
on the
isn't.
clock, right? Okay.
There
Okay.
isn't.
So I know your ass ain't on the road without somebody in charge of you. Right? Bet. Bring him right now. Call him.
Give him the pen.
I won't give him the pen because he wouldn't give me the board.
Okay, but that's his property.
Okay, so is that. Y'all won't let me get that, right?
Yes, I will.
Bet. Give me the fucking board.
Then-
Matter of fact, call y'all upper right now and let me talk to them because this is bullshit. 100%. Bet. Call somebody. Why you walking to some fucking bar? What, you want to get a drink? No.
Give me my ink pen.
Suck my dick.
So what was the problem that he was causing here?
Honestly, it was all of us right here.
No, honestly, we were just all hanging out. We all work in the service industry. He like came up and was like, "Oh, it's perfectly fine to treat service people like that's what we do."
Give me. You want to go to jail over an ink pen?
Bet. Let's see how far that goes in the fucking court.
Give me my ink pen.
Give me the fucking board.
Okay. First off, quit yelling and.
Okay, I
spitting
want
in
to
my
press
face.
charges. I have not spit. I have fucking cotton mouth.
Okay,
all right?
well, back
I haven't
up.
spit shit. No,
Back
hell
up.
no.
Back
No.
up. Back.
Don't tell a cop you've got cotton mouth.
Now give me my ink pen. All right?
Suck my dick.
Nobody's disrespecting you.
You're disrespecting the fuck out of me. Give me the
Give me
board.
my ink pen.
Give me the board.
Give me my
No,
ink pen.
what? You pay for this?
Yeah,
Did
absolutely.
the company give it to you?
No, I
you
bought
paid
it.
for it?
Yes, I paid for
It's
that
actually
ink pen.
his.
What are you, a f- bro? Look at you. Look how
Why
you
did you
stand
go
it.
to the F word?
Because it's fucking real. That's the only reason why I'm in trouble because I use the fucking F word.
No.
Right? Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, man, like,"
just saying he was
and then I
okay.
was like, "You know, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" He's like, "Oh, I build airplanes."
Yeah, I apologize.
I whoop a f***'s ass, no fucking problem. I fucking whoop a f***'s ass without fucking doubt. You want this fucking pen?
Classy.
You want this fucking pen? Why you
Are
rolling
you
your
even a
eyes?
child?
I'm not a fucking child. I'm a grown-ass motherfucking
Hand me
man.
my pen back.
You're a grown-ass motherfucker that's about to get his ass tased, hopefully.
Okay. So why don't you just leave?
I want to
If you
press
don't
charges
leave-
on Megan. Matter of
Listen,
fact, I want her locked up for putting her hands on me.
listen.
Matter of fact, I want Megan. No,
If
ain't no
you don't-
listening. I want Megan
If
locked
you
up
don't
for
leave
putting
the
her.
property right now,
I'll leave
then
the property,
you
but
will
both
be
of y'all.
arrested
Look,
for
hey,
trespassing.
both of y'all gotta come to me. Both of y'all.
if-
Wait, y'all haven't even trespassed me yet.
You've been trespassing. You
Okay,
refuse.
so if you don't leave, I am gonna arrest you right now for trespassing. So leave. I am giving you the opportunity to leave.
Are there smoke down here?
Please. I am giving you the opportunity right now to leave.
Why
The
am I the
business does
victim?
not want you here.
Why am I
So
the
you
victim?
need to leave.
Why am I the victim?
Please
How
take
long
this
until I get out?
opportunity.
This is my local bar. I
Not
come here all
anymore.
the time.
Not anymore. You're not allowed back.
Why?
They don't want you.
Why?
Because you caused problems.
I did not cause any problems.
Okay, right.
Oh my god, 20 more warnings? Are you serious right now?
Hold on,
You're trespassed.
All right.
Hold on, hey, what? Hey, hold on. Why? Hold on.
You're refusing to leave.
This
hold
is
on, I'll get off the
trespass afterwards.
I will get off the
Fair
phone.
point.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground right now.
Give me a couple more units. Taser.
Hey, don't tase me.
brother.
I'm not doing nothing wrong. That taser ain't shit. That taser ain't shit. Hey, that taser ain't shit. you that taser ain't me. Get on the ground. That taser is you ran out of battery, huh? Yo, look. That taser ain't shooting me. Get on the ground. Why am I get on the ground? Why? You're under arrest. Why? What's your guard behind your back? Why? I can't. I'm on a fence.
Get on the ground.
I love that Oriental flavor. Why are you guys arresting me?
Because you're refusing to follow orders. Really?
I press charges for assault against Megan.
At this point, you're the aggressor, buddy.
I'm the aggressor. You guys are fucking assaulting. I should call 911.
Sit down.
Okay, I might sit down.
Sit down.
Okay, no.
Exactly.
I will stay on the ground with my feet. Hey, you, man.
Give me your other hand.
Yeah,
I know, I was singing the same thing with 4-year-olds.
Give me your hand.
Yeah, hey, why are you tasing me?
Give me your hand.
That taser doesn't do shit to me. You already know that.
Give me your hand.
Let me speak you higher up.
Give me your other hand.
I can't.
Why?
Give me your other hand.
Why?
There you go.
Put your hand behind your back.
Why? I can't. It's in my fishing line. It's in my fishing line. It's in my you. You fucking I told you it's in my fishing line, right? Look, right there. I'll tell you. Did I not tell you it's in my fishing line? It's nice. Look. Why? Let me speak to you. Is that your higher up? Is that your higher up? Is that your higher up? Huh? Hand.
I talked to
Your higher up. Is that your higher up? Huh? Is that your higher up, huh? That's your higher up? That's your higher up. Hey, bet. I bet. You take me 500 times. Let me talk to you higher up. Right f***ing now. It's on? I f***ing bet. They're gonna be off in a fucking minute.
Ooh, I think I might like that one better.
You fucking ass little bitch. Ass little bitch. I bet you f***ing on a fucking weekend hiding from your goddamn wife. I bet you go to the fucking scene and look for fucking to crawl on. You probably underage fucking.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sorry, calm down. Get your pants up.
Relax.
Hey, who are you, sir?
Relax.
What is your fucking badge number?
875.
875?
Sorry, to let me put it in a better light. Dear sir, please close your mouth orifice as you are being entirely uncouth, and I would very much enjoy watching these cops whoop your ass. So, you know, keep going if you want.
That's it? What's your name?
Deputy Wynn.
Deputy Wynn. Who's your higher up?
That'll be Sergeant Miley.
Sergeant who?
Miley.
Byron. Can I speak to this?
He's not here, sir.
Okay, where the f is he? What the f are y'all doing? I'm still in
Trying
charge.
to get this fishing lure
Do
out
not
of
reach
your
for my
sleeve.
taser. Do you understand? No, f your taser.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
Stop. I'm trying to get this fishing lure out of your sleeve.
Man, get the f fishing lure out.
Stay still so we can do this. Stay still.
Hey, look,
Stay still.
I don't need to
sit still so we can remove this hook.
Y'all are interrupting my motherfucking lifestyle.
Stay still.
Man, f y'all.
Okay.
Look, y'all got it out. Bet, right? What are y'all two badge numbers? What is y'all two badge numbers? Right there.
How much you want to bet he files a complaint for the damage to his jacket?
Now, hell no, ain't no get that information. Give it to me right now.
Are you going to stand up so we can pat you down and search you?
Absolutely.
All right. I got you. Relax.
You, whoa. Other way. Other f***ing way.
All right.
Come on. No, I said other way.
Just stand up. Jeez, it's not hard, man. Make yourself.
No, hold on, my legs. I know. I feel up.
All right, stop resisting.
You're breathing heavy. What? Oh, you've been here too long, huh? Oh, you wipe up. What is your name, sir? What is your name, sir? You. Sir.
Stop moving. Stay still.
Stay still. What's your name, sir? Stay still. What's your name, sir? What's your fucking badge number, officer? I'm asking. I'll break you quick.
Stop
You breathing too
resisting.
heavy. Look, hey, give him to me. Give him to me. Give him to me. Let me go. Let me go. I'm with him. 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 Yes, let me go. Let me go. I'm with him. Let me go. I'm with him. I'm with him. I'm with your higher up. Sir. Hey.
Well, if you were, you wouldn't be in the car.
Sergeant Miley? What's your name?
You know, I think you hit the nail on the head there. The only other thing is that he spat on some of the waitresses, so... Although I think that's pretty well covered. Loopy, hello!
Pick him up, stuff him back in head first.
Is he still screaming?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
Kicked his way out head first, out the other side.
After another 15 full minutes of the suspect resisting, officers finally make another attempt.
Wait, what? He kicked himself out of the car head first. How is that possible? He shouldn't be able to get the car open. And if you guys were dumb enough to have both doors open while you were throwing him in the back seat, I've got other questions.
to get him in the squad car.
Ma'am, please.
Don't touch my leg. Don't touch my leg. Get in the car. Be a nice guy. You've been nice.
I've been plenty of a nice guy, sir. Yeah, exactly. You know, I've been nice, right?
Oh, yeah, that's you being real
Stop
nice.
resisting, William. I'm relaxed. Corporal.
William was charged with trespass after warning, resisting, disorderly intoxication, and criminal mischief. He is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Oh, all right. That's why Americans need Aussie-style paddy wagons. I kind of feel like they do, yes. Accidentally fell down the stairs 6 times at the precinct. Would not shock me. Oh, they definitely piled on the charges. Let's just be perfectly clear there. All right, guys. All right, look, the very last thing I'm going to say is, because someone asked about it earlier, the memorial stream for Jeff is supposed to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't have a lot of details right at the second, but I presume that we'll be streaming it on various channels. So just keep an eye out for the notifications. I'll try and post something on Twitter. I will definitely post something in the Discord and on Locals as soon as I have any further details. Yeah, look, I'll be honest. I think I'm a little bit mad at myself for not being a little more involved in the organisation of that. And I'm hoping that things will go smoothly. So, here's that for today. It's supposed to be Celestial Force. What's the Discord link? Actually, you know what? It's been a while since I've put the link tree in the chat, so I'll do that right now. That will give you the link to pretty much anything and everything that is Aussie related, including the Locals, including the Discord, including Stripe, PayPal, all that sort of shit as well. On what channel, Terry? I wish I had an answer for you. Probably Danny's, I think. I spoke to Connor earlier today, and he said he wants to maintain and preserve Jeff's channel. So, and I think that's entirely fair and reasonable. So I think it's more appropriate that we do it on another one. But as soon as I know anything, I'll let you guys know. Okay. There's the link tree as well. Also, the pin chat, the Give, Send, Go. I understand that it's up to 10K, or at least around that mark, probably over. But yeah, it's what I will say is that without divulging confidences, I know that things are significantly more difficult than they are going to be significantly more difficult than they should be in regards to what's going on there. So just if you can help out, great. If it's not your thing, that's fine. If you're going to bitch about it, feel free to meet me face to face and I'll happily bitch slap you. But as always, people, please remember you're not a piece of shit. You have value and do contribute to society, especially for being here. Thank you to the 167 of you. Hang on. There's 50 odd of you that haven't hit the like button yet. What's going on? Well, no, there's no infighting with people. Some people made comments about the Give, Send, Go and all sorts of shit like that. I'm over it, and I'm not holding anything back, basically. If random people that don't know me want to have a go at me, I'm more than happy for them to take a swing. I think I'm finally easing quite nicely into the anger section of the grief. So, but hey, MG. But yes, just in time for me to play the outro. So, fingers crossed. I'll see everybody in about. Was it 2 a.m. now? So 10, just about 10 hours. But anyway, this is the embodiment of a cassowary. Oh, I tell you what, one thing I did get to do today, they had a petting zoo there. So these were hand raised, but I got to feed a fucking emu, and it was great seeing the motherfucker behind bars. But anyway. I will wait for, look, it's either going to be great winks or it's going to be a clusterfuck and something else will have to happen down the track. But point is, we're going to do our best to make it a deserving send-off. So I will catch you all in about 8 hours. Keep an eye out on socials, Twitter, X, Discord, the fucking locals if you feel like it. But as always, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise, and I'll see you all later. Thanks so much, peeps. Cheers. And now, a message from... I was going to say, and now a message from our sponsor, but he hasn't... It's not really... he did send me enough super chats, so...
And again, on your way out, please do me the favor and hit the like and subscribe button if you're so inclined. It costs nothing. It's absolutely free, and we'll be friends forever. Bye now.
I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'll be honest, between you and me, I'm so glad I didn't have to talk about Devin's lawsuit tonight, honestly. But, I mean, at some point I'll probably have to go through it, but I kind of want to do more of the Nintendo lawsuits. There's been like 6 or 7 of them over the years, just who they've sued. And I know that the whole thing with Power Worlds are supposedly getting, like... settled or whatever else because they're making changes to the game and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, if the settlement falls through and Nintendo really does set a precedent like that, that's going to be game changing. So, oh shit! I didn't talk about the woman that got shot. Apparently, a woman is accused of shooting a man at New Year's after learning that her boyfriend and her ex-husband were there together. She then crashed her mother's SUV during a getaway, according to the police. Emergency crews were called to the home. They found a man screaming in pain who'd been shot in the abdomen. He was taken to the medical center. No words on his condition. Police say that her ex-husband and boyfriend first told police no one else was at the home. A few other people came forward and then 2 more were found hiding. So a whole bunch of people just randomly were hiding in the house while the cops are there too. She said that she was mad that the 2 were hanging out. Her boyfriend gave them the same information. Gents, just saying, if you're going to hang out with your new girl's ex-husband, maybe keep it on the down low. Just say it's a Tony Tom's case. It doesn't measure up. Oh, damn. So, she faces felonious assault using weapons while intoxicated and other gun charges. Of course she does. I kind of feel like I recognise that face, too. Trying to think who she reminds me of. Anyway, doesn't matter. Cheers, peeps.